Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're casually scrolling through YouTube right now, stop everything. Because today we're talking about something that sent the entire K-pop world into a complete frenzy in just a matter of hours. Picture this. You're watching what looks like a completely normal Korean comedy YouTube video, just chilling, minding your own business, and then suddenly, Park Jimin appears. Yes, Jimin, member of BTS, one of the most famous human beings on the entire planet. Out of nowhere, he shows up on a comedian's YouTube channel, not on a massive concert stage, not on a red carpet, not in front of a sold-out stadium crowd, but inside a fictional hair salon, pretending to be a social dance instructor. And what happened next? The internet absolutely lost its mind. In today's video, we're breaking down everything that went down in that legendary episode of Hot Issue G featuring Jimin. From the exact second he walked through that door, to every single chaotic scene that followed, all the way to the worldwide army reaction that had all of us smiling uncontrollably at our screens. So stay right where you are, because this is one video you do not want to miss. Before we get into the Jimin part of all this, let's take a second to talk about the channel where this whole beautiful disaster took place. Hot Issue G is the YouTube channel belonging to Lee Suji, a South Korean comedian who has built a serious reputation for playing quirky, over-the-top characters in absurd situational comedy sketches. What makes her channel special is the format she uses. Dramatic role-play scenarios where celebrity guests are pulled into fictional situations and forced to interact with the wild characters Lee Suji brings to life, with incredible energy and expression. Lee Suji has long been called the queen of sub-characters in the Korean entertainment world. That basically means she's a master at playing supporting roles that end up stealing the entire show. Characters that are funny, dramatic, and completely unpredictable. Her YouTube channel already had a loyal following before all of this, but absolutely nobody could have predicted that one day this channel would welcome a guest as globally massive as Jimin from BTS. The video we're talking about today was uploaded on March 24th, 2026, and within less than 24 hours, it was already trending on multiple platforms simultaneously. Not just in South Korea, not just in Asia, but everywhere, worldwide. Now let's get into the actual meat of it all, because this is where things get genuinely incredible. The video opens with Lee Suji already fully locked into her character. She's playing Seo Youngja, a hairdresser who claims to have been working in the beauty industry for 30 years. The character is peak Lee Suji, over the top, theatrical, but naturally hilarious in the way only she can pull off. Then the door of the salon opens, and in walks Park Jimin. With that iconic, effortless cool of his, that casual energy, and that smile that somehow makes millions of people around the world completely forget how to function. But here's the twist, Jimin doesn't walk in as himself. Within the story being told, Jimin is playing the role of a social dance studio owner whose studio happens to be located near the salon. He introduces himself in a way that makes the entire crew on set burst out laughing immediately. He says something along the lines of, "I run a social dance studio nearby. Please come visit if you'd like to learn." And Lee Suji, still fully committed to her Seo Youngja character, immediately fires back with a joke referencing famous Korean dance figures. The kind of sharp local humor that made Jimin himself completely unable to hold it together. Jimin then proceeds to explain with a straight face, while clearly trying not to crack up, that he has traveled through America and Europe to study various dance forms, and he's here to share that knowledge with the community. And to prove it, he launches into a demonstration of the choreography for BTS's latest track, Swim, right there in the middle of that fictional hair salon. Just think about how beautifully absurd that image is for a second. Park Jimin, one of the greatest dancers alive, doing a full performance in a hair salon set on a comedy YouTube channel. But that's still not even the best part. Lee Suji, remaining completely in character, suddenly decides to scoop Jimin up in a full princess carry, arms and everything. Jimin's reaction is priceless. He's clearly caught completely off guard, but he goes with it, laughing the whole time, and somehow manages to continue the dance lesson, even from that position. It's the kind of moment that genuinely cannot be scripted, and that's exactly what makes it so magical. Then comes the turning point. Lee Suji turns to Jimin and makes a request that the entire room already knew was going to be a disaster. She asks him to return the favor and carry her the same way. "Just lift me once," she says. And Jimin, bless his soul, actually tries. The size difference between the two of them makes the attempt immediately impossible, and the production team has to step in before things get completely out of hand. Suji wastes absolutely zero time in turning this into a full roast. What kind of dance instructor is this small? And the entire set erupts. The scenes that follow are just as entertaining. Suji keeps losing her balance during the increasingly ambitious dance moves she attempts, which means she keeps falling directly into Jimin, who was supposed to be teaching, but has now essentially become a human support structure for a comedian who refuses to admit defeat. At one point, Jimin looks genuinely concerned for everyone's physical safety, and it is absolutely adorable. There's another moment later in the video that also went massively viral on its own. Suji offers Jimin a special VIP hair treatment. "We have a premium protein care service for VIP clients," she announces. Jimin immediately looks worried and asks, "Is it expensive?" And Suji, without missing a single beat, looks him dead in the eye and says, "It all comes from the heart. It's free. The delivery is perfect." The pause before Jimin processes what she just said is even more perfect. And then comes the line that genuinely broke ARMY collectively. As the session wraps up, Jimin looks around and says quietly, almost to himself, "This is something I've wanted to try for a really long time." Park Jimin, global superstar, world-class performer, BTS member. The man has performed in front of hundreds of thousands of people. He has broken records, won awards, toured the world. And the thing he says he has always wanted to try is sitting in a fictional comedy salon on YouTube getting a fictional free hair treatment. If that doesn't tell you everything you need to know about why people love this man so deeply, I genuinely don't know what will. The moment the video went up, the reaction from fans was immediate, overwhelming, and honestly kind of beautiful to watch unfold in real time. Some of the most shared comments and tweets floating around the internet captured the energy perfectly. Things like, "Why is BTS working this hard again? I was not prepared for any of this." And, "I cannot imagine the sequence of decisions that led to Jimin being in that salon. I need to lie down." And, "Someone please send help. He looks so happy though. Let him stay." One tweet in particular, short, simple, and devastatingly accurate, just read, "Someone please save Jimin." And it became its own phenomenon, because the entire ARMY community responded in unison with some version of "No, he's fine. He's thriving. Do not rescue him." The collective decision to simply let Jimin exist in that chaotic salon energy without intervention was one of the most unified fandom moments of the year. On Twitter and X, the hashtags JiminHodaShuji and Save Jimin were trending simultaneously within hours of the upload. On TikTok, short clips of the Princess Carrie moment alone were racking up millions of views. The comment sections across every platform were flooded with fans losing their minds over the contrast between Jimin, the untouchable global performer, and Jimin, the slightly overwhelmed social dance instructor who couldn't lift a comedian and got free hair treatment out of it. That contrast is actually worth talking about more seriously for a moment, because it's the heart of why this video resonated so deeply with so many people. Jimin, when he is on a stage, is genuinely one of the most commanding performers in the world. His presence is magnetic. His dancing is technically flawless and emotionally devastating at the same time. There is a version of Park Jimin that exists in concert arenas and music videos that feels almost otherworldly, like watching someone who was simply built differently from the rest of us. And then there is the version of Jimin in this video, laughing so hard he has to bend over, failing to lift someone, being gently roasted by a comedian half a foot taller than him, looking genuinely touched by the offer of free hair treatment, looking around the salon with the quiet contentment of a man who is exactly where he wants to be in this particular moment. Both of those versions of Jimin are completely real, and this video gave the world the rare gift of seeing the second one in full, unfiltered, unpolished form. It's also worth zooming out slightly to understand the broader context of why Jimin appeared in this video at this particular time. His appearance on Hot Issue G was not random. It was part of a wider promotional push surrounding BTS's return with their new track, Swim. But what made this era of promotion feel so special was the way the members chose to do it. Rather than sticking exclusively to formal music show appearances and polished press junkets, Each member seemed to find ways to connect with the public that felt genuinely personal and organic. Jimin chose a grassroots comedy YouTube channel. Jin, around the same period, was doing interviews with close friends in casual outdoor settings. The message being sent, whether intentional or not, was clear. These are real people who enjoy real things, and they want to share that with you directly. There is something very intentional and very generous about that approach to celebrity, and fans feel it. The timing also intersected with several other Jimin updates that had the fandom actively buzzing. Just one day after the hot Suji video went viral, Jimin posted a gym selfie alongside fellow BTS member V, the two of them looking completely unbothered in their workout gear. It was a small, simple post, but given the energy already surrounding everything Jimin related at that moment, it sent another wave of excitement through the community. There had also been discussion earlier that week, during a BTSComeback livestream on March 20th, where the members were talking about a Netflix documentary being made about their new album. During that conversation, there was some lighthearted teasing about how everyone looked a little heavier in the documentary footage. Jimin mentioned he had worked hard to lose roughly 9 to 10 kilograms in preparation for the comeback, sharing a specific number that immediately sparked its own separate conversation among fans. A mixture of admiration for his discipline and genuine concern from those who care about his well-being. All of these threads weave together into a picture of someone who is simultaneously working incredibly hard professionally, being open and vulnerable with his fans personally, and also just genuinely having fun whenever the opportunity presents itself. The Jimin who showed up in that fictional hair salon was not performing happiness. He was just happy, and the world could see it. Looking at all of this together, there are some genuinely interesting lessons embedded in this whole phenomenon. The first is about the power of unexpected collaboration. Nobody predicted Jimin would show up on Hot Suji. No major outlet had it on their radar. No fan theorized it was coming. And that element of complete surprise is precisely why the impact was so explosive. In an entertainment landscape where almost everything is calculated, staged, and pre-announced, a genuine surprise that lands with warmth and humor cuts through the noise in a way that nothing else can. The second lesson is about the universality of real laughter. This video was watched and shared by people from dozens of countries who don't speak a single word of Korean. And yet they understood every single funny moment perfectly. The look on Jimin's face when he realizes he physically cannot lift Lee Suji needs no translation. His expression when she offers him free hair treatment and he looks suspicious and then relieved. That lands the same in Indonesia as it does in Brazil, as it does in France. Human emotion, especially joy and embarrassment, is its own global language. The third lesson is about what actually builds lasting loyalty between an artist and their audience. Jimin could have spent this entire comeback period doing only prestige appearances. He could have kept the image at a carefully maintained distance. Instead, he walked into a fictional hair salon, let someone try to carry him, failed to carry them back, and had the time of his life doing it. And because of that, millions of people feel closer to him than any stadium concert could have made them feel. That is not a small thing. That is the entire thing. So to wrap all of this up, because we have covered a lot of ground today, the Jimin and Hot Suji moment is one of those rare intersections of the right person, the right space, the right energy, and the right timing that produces something genuinely special. It made people laugh. It made people feel like they knew Jimin just a little bit better. It introduced a whole new international audience to Lee Suji's incredible comedic talent. And it reminded everyone watching that even the most globally famous human beings are, at the end of the day, just people who sometimes want to sit in a chair and get free hair treatment and feel like everything is going to be okay. If you haven't watched the video yet, go find it on YouTube right now. You won't regret it. And if you already have, drop a comment below telling me which moment hit you the hardest. Personally, I cannot get over the "what kind of dance instructor is this" small line. I have watched that clip approximately 40 times, and it gets funnier every single time. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss the latest BTS and K-pop coverage. I'll see you in the next one. Sarangi, Army, Purple Heart.